Imagine yourself in this situation. You're in an office meeting, surrounded by your colleagues. Suddenly, your boss calls you out in front of everyone and starts severely criticizing your work. You feel all eyes on you. Your heart races, your cheeks flush, and you feel like disappearing into the ground. We've all experienced that kind of humiliating moment when we feel small, powerless, ridiculed in front of others. But what if I told you that there was a way to turn the situation completely in your favor? A secret technique used by the greatest leaders in history to instantly win the respect of others, even after being humiliated. Today, I'm going to reveal 6 things to do when someone tries to put you down in public. These powerful psychological techniques were used by influential men like Machiavelli to command respect. By applying them, you'll not only regain control of the situation, but also win the admiration of those around you. Imagine turning public humiliation into an opportunity to shine. Visualize the scene. Instead of looking down and suffering, you raise your head and respond with such confidence that the person you're talking to is speechless. The people around you look at you differently, with a mixture of surprise and admiration. By mastering these 6 techniques, you'll become that person who knows how to keep his cool and turn situations to his advantage, even at the most difficult times. You'll gain in confidence and charisma. People will naturally respect you without you even having to ask. These skills go beyond simply managing conflict. They will enable you to assert yourself in all areas of your life, at work, in your personal relationships, and even in front of strangers. You'll develop an aura of charismatic leadership that will naturally attract respect and admiration. So, are you ready to discover these 6 techniques that will change your life? Keep watching, because what you learn in the next few minutes could well be the key to becoming the most respected and admired version of yourself. Before we get to the heart of the matter, I've got a little assignment for you. Take a moment to think back to the last time you felt humiliated or belittled in public. How did you react? What would you have liked to have done differently? Keep this situation in mind throughout this video, because you'll learn exactly how to deal with it next time. And don't forget, if you find these tips useful, don't hesitate to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Now let's get down to business. Number 1, stay calm and dignified. The first thing to do when someone tries to humiliate you in public is to keep your cool. I know, it's easier said than done. When we feel attacked, our instinct is to react emotionally. We feel like shouting, defending ourselves vehemently, or, on the contrary, running away from the situation. But here's the secret. The person who keeps calm is the one who earns respect. Think of charismatic leaders like Nelson Mandela or Barack Obama. What do they do in the face of criticism? They remain unflappable. So how do you go about it? Start by taking a deep breath. Concentrate on your breathing for a few seconds. This will help you to stay anchored in the present moment and not get carried away by your emotions. Next, adopt an open and confident posture. Stand up straight, shoulders back, and maintain steady eye contact with the person you are talking to. This posture sends a powerful non-verbal message. You are not intimidated. Finally, watch your tone of voice. Speak calmly and composedly, even if you're seething inside. A controlled tone of voice is a sign of strength and self-control. By remaining calm, you show that you are above these attempts at humiliation. You're proving that you have an inner strength that no one can shake. And believe me, people will notice. 2. Analyze the situation quickly. Once you have regained control of your emotions, it's time to analyze the situation quickly. This is where your emotional intelligence comes into play. Ask yourself these questions. Why is this person trying to humiliate me? Is it out of insecurity, out of jealousy, to assert their authority? Understanding the other person's motivations will give you a strategic advantage. Next, assess your environment. Who's around? What is the general atmosphere like? Are there any potential allies in the room? This information will help you choose the best way to respond. Machiavelli, in his famous book, The Prince, stressed the importance of understanding the context before acting. He said, A wise prince must never remain idle in times of peace, but make these times a capital to be used in adversity. That's exactly what you do when you quickly analyze the situation. You gather valuable information that you can use to formulate your response. And don't forget to assess what's at stake. Is it a professional situation where your career could be at stake? Or is it a less significant social interaction? Adapt your answer according to the importance of the situation. This quick analysis should only take a few seconds. With practice, you'll become increasingly adept at reading social situations at a glance. 3. Respond with confidence and elegance. Now that you've kept your cool and analyzed the situation, it's time to respond. This is the time to shine, to show your strength of character. The key here is to respond with confidence, but also with elegance. You're not going to stoop to the level of the person trying to humiliate you. On the contrary, you're going to elevate the debate. Start by acknowledging what has been said. You can say something like, "I understand your point of view." This shows that you're listening and open to dialogue. Then reframe the conversation in a positive way. If someone criticizes your work, you can say, "I'm always open to suggestions for improvement. Can you give me some concrete examples of what you'd like to see changed?" This approach is powerful for several reasons. Firstly, it shows that you are not defensive. Secondly, it puts the ball in the other person's court, forcing them to be more specific and constructive in their criticism. If the attack is more personal, you can use humor to diffuse the situation. A light-hearted but intelligent comment can often turn the situation in your favor. For example, if someone criticizes your outfit, you could reply, "Oh, I keep my best clothes for special occasions. I hope you're not too disappointed." Humor, used tactfully, is a powerful weapon. It shows that you are above such pettiness and that you have confidence in yourself. Remember to keep your body language open and confident as you respond. Make eye contact, smile slightly, and use open hand gestures. By responding in this way, you show that you are a mature person, capable of handling criticism with grace. You turn an attempt at humiliation into an opportunity to show your emotional intelligence and strength of character. 4. Turn the situation to your advantage. Now that you've responded confidently, it's time to go on the offensive, but in a subtle and strategic way. This is where you'll really shine and earn the respect of everyone around you. The idea here is to turn this attempt at humiliation into an opportunity to show off your qualities. This is what great leaders and strategists like Machiavelli have always known how to do. Turn obstacles into springboards. One effective technique is to reframe the situation. For example, if someone criticizes your work as being too ambitious, you can reply, "Thank you for noticing my ambition. Indeed, I firmly believe that to succeed in our field, you have to aim high. I'd be delighted to discuss with you how we can channel that ambition into achieving our shared goals." See what we've done here? We've turned a criticism into a compliment and opened the door to constructive collaboration. Another approach is to use the yes and technique. Instead of directly contradicting the person criticizing you, you accept part of what they say and then add your own perspective. For example, "Yes, I understand that my approach may seem unconventional, and that's precisely what enabled us to achieve unprecedented results on this project." This technique is particularly effective because it shows that you are able to take criticism on board while asserting your own value. And don't be afraid to call on your past achievements or unique skills. If someone questions your abilities, you can gently recall your previous successes. "I understand your concern. Let me remind you how we overcame similar challenges in Project X. I'm confident we can do it again. I'm confident we can replicate that success here." The aim is to show that not only are you unaffected by this attempt at humiliation, but that you are capable of turning it into an opportunity to shine. Remember, how you handle adversity says a lot about your character. By turning the situation to your advantage, you show that you are a leader capable of turning challenges into opportunities. 5. Show empathy. This step may seem counterintuitive. Why empathize with someone who is trying to humiliate you? Yet it's one of the most powerful techniques for gaining respect and diffusing a tense situation. Empathy is the ability to understand and share another person's feelings. By showing empathy, even towards someone who is attacking you, you are demonstrating exceptional strength of character. Start by trying to understand why this person is acting in this way. Often, when someone tries to humiliate others, it's because they themselves feel threatened or insecure. By recognizing this, you can react with compassion rather than anger. You could say something like, "I sense that this subject is very close to your heart. Can you tell me more about what's on your mind?" This approach has several advantages. Firstly, it diffuses tension by showing that you are listening. Secondly, it invites the other person to express themselves more constructively. Empathy does not mean that you agree with the way you are being treated. It simply means that you are able to see beyond the immediate behavior to understand the underlying motivations. This approach can seem difficult, especially when you feel under attack. But that's precisely when empathy is most powerful. As Mahatma Gandhi said, "Strength does not come from physical ability. It comes from an indomitable will." By showing empathy, you demonstrate that you have this inner strength. You show that you are capable of remaining benevolent even in the face of adversity. And believe me, people notice and deeply respect this quality. What's more, empathy can often turn an adversary into an ally. By showing that you understand the other person's concerns, you open the door to a constructive resolution of the conflict. Remember, showing empathy doesn't mean you have to accept disrespectful behavior. You can be empathetic while maintaining your boundaries and dignity. 6. End the interaction positively. The way you end a difficult interaction is just as important as the way you handle it. This is your last chance to leave a strong, positive impression. The aim here is to end on a constructive note, regardless of how the conversation started. You want people to remember your grace under pressure, not the initial humiliation. One effective technique is to sum up what has been said in a positive way and suggest a way forward. For example, "Thank you for this frank discussion. I appreciate that we have been able to discuss these points openly. How about we meet next week to work out a concrete plan of action?" This approach shows that you're solution-oriented, not conflict-oriented. It turns a potential confrontation into an opportunity for collaboration. And don't hesitate to express your appreciation, even if the interaction was difficult. You could say something like, "Thank you for sharing your point of view. Even if we don't agree on everything, I appreciate your candor and commitment to improving our work." This magnanimous attitude may surprise the person who was trying to humiliate you. It shows that you are above these petty games and that you are capable of seeing the positive even in difficult situations. If the interaction is in a professional setting, make sure you define clear next steps. This shows that you are proactive and action-oriented, qualities that people respect. Finally, your body language is crucial in these final moments. Keep your posture open and confident. Offer a firm handshake if appropriate. Smile sincerely. These non-verbal signals reinforce your verbal message and leave a strong final impression. By ending the interaction in this way, you turn what could have been a moment of humiliation into a demonstration of leadership and emotional maturity. You show that you are capable of navigating troubled waters with grace and professionalism. Remember, as Michelle Obama said, "When they stoop, we rise." That's exactly what you're doing by ending the interaction on a positive and constructive note. Together, we've gone through these 6 powerful techniques for dealing with public humiliation and instantly winning respect. By mastering these techniques, you'll give yourself social superpower. You'll be able to turn the most difficult moments into opportunities to shine and win the respect of those around you. Remember, respect isn't something you ask for, it's something you earn. And it's often earned in those crucial moments when you're put to the test. It's in adversity that true leadership is revealed. So the next time someone tries to humiliate you in public, don't panic. See it as an opportunity to put these techniques into practice. With time and practice, they will become second nature to you. Remember that true power lies not in the ability to put others down, but in the ability to remain dignified and strong in the face of adversity. As Michelle Obama famously said, "When they stoop, we rise." I encourage you to start putting these techniques into practice today. Start small, perhaps in less stressful situations, and gradually build your confidence. And remember, every difficult interaction is an opportunity for learning and growth. Every time you handle a humiliating situation with grace and confidence, you become a little stronger, a little more resilient. So, are you ready to turn attempts at humiliation into moments of personal triumph? The ball is in your court now. Go ahead, get out there, and show the world the strong, respectable person you really are. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you found these tips useful, please feel free to tweet, comment, and share. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. See you next time for more techniques for becoming the best version of yourself.